Hey guys, Mark Gaudette here. Welcome to day 31, 32, someday in the 30s here on my personal development journey. Look, if you're watching this video and you've been following me, you've been making some significant gains in your life and you've really been moving things forward. Now, here's what I want to talk about today. Today I want to talk about spirituality and actuality, right? These two sides of the same coin here, or spirituality and physicality, right? What exists kind of in the ether, what exists in the physical world, okay? Now I want to talk about this today because I think it's so important as an entrepreneur and as a heart-centered entrepreneur, someone that's sharing their gifts from the world, operating from the heart and not doing things solely for the money, to really understand this, because I see this concept coming across in the spiritual community, and I see this coming across with a lot of people that just want to go out there and make a difference in the world. So here's what I mean. I think there's a common misconception. There's a common misconception amongst a lot of spiritual people that, they're okay. They're just going to offer their service and they don't want to take money, or they feel almost negative or bad for taking money from offering their services. There's like a feeling inside of them that hesitates and resists that income and that abundance that should be provided for them for providing their service. And so they shun it away and they say they don't want it, right? And I know there's a lot of other people that are awakening to this in the spiritual community, right? But there's also that group of people that says they just want to serve, right? They just want to serve the community. They just want to serve people. And when they look at it, they look at things like technology, social media, and all these other ways of reaching out and connecting with people, which are in the physical world, as means of sort of distracting them from their mission and serving, as means that are almost evil or bad, that take away that personal connection that they want to have. And so it's like having this belief that nothing is really good or bad. They say nothing is really good or bad, but thinking makes it so. It's just like, I want to make people aware of this because I'm taking much more of a spiritual journey right now as I develop in my business. And I realize that there's a lot of things that come up in myself that potentially can hold me back from my success and have held back a lot of people I know and see out there from reaching their goals and from really serving at their highest level. So I want to spin a couple things on the head and show you different ways in which I think we should look at things, which will allow us to make the most out of what we have from a spiritual perspective and a physical perspective. So let's take that person over here, that person that's talking about spirituality. And they're saying, I don't, want to receive money. I don't want to, receive money for my services. Whatever I need is going to come to me, and that's going to be okay. And I'm just going to serve whoever is right there, and let everything else kind of handle itself. And that's totally okay. But here's the reality of the situation, guys. If you really are here to serve, and each and every one of us is, and you are here to serve a mission at a high level, and each and every one of us is, how can we possibly serve, okay, the people we're meant to serve, if we don't have a means to keep ourselves supported and going on, right? If we're always rejecting or thinking bad about receiving money for our services, well, okay, how are we going to keep the lights on, okay? And if we're having trouble keeping the lights on, how are we going to feel abundant? Now, as spiritual people, we want to feel abundant, right? So shouldn't we be accepting of the abundance that is there for us? Shouldn't we be willing to accept the money that someone wants to pay you for providing their service so that A, you can keep the lights on and not come from a place of scarcity when you're providing service, and that B, so that you have a means that you can invest more into your business to help you serve more people? Does that not make sense? If that doesn't make sense, comment and let me know, because I really want to know where you're coming from on that. I'm not challenging you. I love each and every one of you, and I know we all have different perspectives. I'm just throwing something out there that should be challenged for some of you, because I know that you're meant to serve a lot of people. And the only way we're going to do that is if we have a means to do it. One of those ways is to be receiving of abundance and receiving of compensation for what we do, so that we can take care of ourselves and feel that we have everything we need and know that we're taken care of, and not have anything come into our minds which is going to allow us to take away from providing our service. Look, if we're trying to heal someone spiritually, or we're trying to help someone and come from the heart, but we're always worried about how we're going to pay the bills, we're not really present with them, and we're not really giving our full attention to them or the value that we need to give for the money that they would want to pay us, right? So we need to be present and come from that place. And then two, we got to remember, right, if we actually want to serve more people, or even serve at a higher level to the best degree to the people we already have, we need to have money to increase our programs, to increase our marketing, to increase the comfortability of their experience with us, to get materials that are going to help them. We need to be able to invest back and get everything. We need to serve them at the best of our ability. So it's twofold. It's for ourselves and it's for them. So we need to be open to receiving that abundance. And then two, the other thing I think we really need to take a look at is tools that can help us expand and serve more people and serve our existing clients at an even greater level. Now you're going to say, what do you mean by that, Mark? Well, remember how I said that second person doesn't want to rely on technology? They think it's impersonal, or they think it's like, money hungry, or always trying to take, dollars away from someone or push their services down someone's throat. Don't look at it that way. Remember, nothing is either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. So let me give you an example. If we're taking a look at technology like emails, like social media and autoresponders, which allow us to keep track of our whole email list and clientele, these things can be used to help provide better service, to allow you to communicate with your customers, to let them know that you have events coming up that are going to help them in service, and to let them know that you have new sessions or one-on-one offerings that can serve them better. It also allows you to provide value in your blog posts and get them out there and share them with the community, so someone that's going through something can see your material, but maybe they're at work or maybe they're on the other side of the world and you couldn't connect with them, and they've seen something that you did and now it changed their life. And now they want to be part of your community and allow you to continue to serve them and help them on their journey, because that's what you were brought here to do. So think about it. Tools and technology is not evil. It's not something that is always, we see that, because the reason why we get that association is because we look at these big companies, like Facebook, Microsoft, or these big revenue generating companies, and sometimes a negative association comes into our mind saying, hey, that's not spiritual. Or I don't want to be like that because they're only focused on profit and growth and money, and they're relying on all these technologies, so I don't see that as resonating with me. Well, guys, you don't have to do what they do, but the reality is, how I look at what they're doing is it's actually serving more people. They're growing and able to serve more people. Whether you view as that spiritual or not, that's not the issue here. I want you to take a look at the technology, right? And see how you can use that to serve your customers better and come from that heart-centered approach. Look, if we learn, as if you're a healer, if you're a person that's very spiritual, if you're a heart-centered entrepreneur, you know what? If we're just doing everything by paper and pen, we're not serving people to the very highest level anymore. We are not serving people and providing the value that we were meant to provide, because these tools that were created, keep in mind, they came from imagination. Someone created that. Someone created that, just like you created your business, just like you created the program that you offer to your clients. Is that evil? No, it's not evil. And neither is technology. It was created from imagination, from inspiration, which we all know is spiritual. When people act from inspiration, that's connecting to source. So if it's in our physical reality, someone brought that into the physical reality from their imagination. They created that into physical form. And that is a tool that was meant to be here to be used as a means to service your clients. So if you look at it from that perspective, you can adopt things like an autoresponder, like social media, like online marketing, as ways in which can be good for your business, because now you're able to reach more customers, you're able to stay in touch with them, you're able to hear them wherever they are in the world, and you're able to provide more value. See, that's the reality, guys. This is the reality. The reality is tools and technology are here to stay. If you look at the statistics, there's about 1.5 billion smartphones in the world. I think in around 2014, they said there's gonna be 5 billion by the end of 2017. Technology is growing. It's going in that way. And as spiritual entrepreneurs, as heart-centered entrepreneurs, as people in online startups, new businesses in general, we need to start using and leveraging these technologies from a place that allows us to service our clients. Because by not using them, we're not doing anyone any favors. We're not doing ourselves a favor, and we're not doing our clients a favor. We need to use what is available to us to service people more, so that we can take this spirituality, this service that we want to provide, and these gifts we want to share with the world, and use what we have here in actuality, which is these tools and these technologies and compensation and money, to allow us to meet in the middle and continue to provide the service that you are meant to provide from a place of abundance because you're now openly to receiving the money, and from a place of greater service because you're using the technology to communicate with your customers, to communicate with your clients, to communicate with people that would never even know about you if they never saw you on social media. And using internet and using these technologies and emails providers so that you can stay in touch with your clients. Guys, it's going to allow you to serve so much better. It's going to allow you to manifest what you're looking to create in the world so much quicker. But we've got to take and adopt a new mindset that these things can be good and that you will use them for good. And you will use them from a spiritual perspective. And you will use them to be a reflection and an expression of who you truly are, but only use those tools to magnify that expression, to magnify it even more so that your mission, your vision, your energy is shared with the world the way it was meant to be shared and at the very highest level. I hope that this hits a nugget or hits an idea or a light bulb goes off in your head if you're someone that was thinking the other way, and starts to really take this to heart and implement this into being. Guys, I love each and every one of you. At the end of this video, if it served you, like, comment, share. You can also click on the Facebook group or click on the link at the bottom, which will allow you to become part of my subscriber list, where every single week I'm going to be sharing trainings with you from people that know that will share with health, mindset, online marketing strategies that you can use in your business to serve your clients more. And they're all free trainings. They're every single week. They're live Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they're recorded. So even if you can't make it, go ahead, put your name in and your email address in there, and we'll get you those free trainings so that you can start serving at the very highest level. I love you. Take care.